not responding? Who was watching or not watching? And as Christians, what was our intentional interaction with what took place?
I feel like it's important for me to teach here, in part because of my own upbringing, my background. Part of my own journey is that I grew up in Los Angeles in a Hispanic and Black neighborhood. When I was a student here at Vanguard, it was probably 95% Anglo. Over the course of the last 22 years, as I've taught here, the demographics have shifted. We're now minority majority serving Hispanic institution. That fits the demographic where I grew up. And it really resonates with me in relationship to how I was culturally shaped as a kid, and engaging in the classroom with people that are part of the broader community that reflect the demographics of Southern California. And I get to teach on things that are relevant to this moment in contemporary church history. All of that shapes both how I teach and why I think it's important for me to be here at this moment. One of the ways that I work to sort of transfer that passion to my students is that I'm constantly both prepared but also ready to engage. I like to hold class as a conversation more than as a lecture. When I reflect on my own academic journey, I think that part of my own struggle in college was the fact that I sat in classes where there was almost exclusively lecture, and I didn't have a way to interact with that lecture. I do provide some lecture, some content, but then I drive towards conversation because part of the learning for me takes place in a conversation. I try to make it something that's engaging, that's exciting, where we're exploring issues that are relevant. So I think it's pretty easy in my class to engage in those kinds of things and to transfer that passion to students because they're engaged in the same social realities that I am, and they have questions of their own. This place has shaped so many people over the years in profound kinds of ways. And it's not always about being behind the pulpit. It's about being faithful women and men who respond to Christ. We have students here that are passionate about understanding who they are in Christ, that are seeking what it means to follow Him. More and more, I think our students are engaging in all kinds of activities outside of the church, but they're doing that in response to what they believe God is doing in their lives at Vanguard. God continues to use it. God continues to pour Himself out in this place. And that's reflective in our chapel time. It's reflective in one-on-one time between faculty and students, or student to student, or staff to student. If I were to describe Vanguard in a word, I think it would be faithful. I feel a bit emotional even saying that, in part because I think if I look at the history of our university, it was initially started as a Bible institute to train people to share the love of Christ around the world. And it's continuing to do that. And that faithful engagement over the course of more than 100 years now is something that really resonates with me, captivates me, causes me to desire to be here for the rest of my career. I don't have any desire to leave this place. I want to be here until I retire, whenever that might be, because of the faithfulness of this institution to respond to what God initially called them to do.